By the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
After the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history, police try to learn more about the suspect and his motive. I'm Mola Lengi in Las Vegas with the latest.
I'm Morgan Davies, and coming up, I'll tell you who Bozeman's new city manager is.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Current time coming up on 6:31 on your Tuesday. Top story for you now. Law enforcement officials are trying to figure out why a 64-year-old white man with no prior arrests opened fire at a concert in Las Vegas on Sunday night.
It led to the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. 59 killed, more than 500 people injured. Throughout the world, there are vigils and tributes to remember the victims. CBS's Mola Lengi is in Las Vegas this morning with the latest.
The Eiffel Tower went dark. The Empire State Building lit with a rotating halo for gun violence awareness. There were tributes throughout the day, throughout the world, for the victims of Sunday night's shooting in Las Vegas. Police say 64-year-old Stephen Paddock broke windows on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel Sunday night, then opened fire on a crowded music festival before killing himself. Survivors returning home, like these concertgoers arriving in Chicago, say the night will stay with them forever.
I looked behind me and a woman was shot in her neck, and the blood was just coming out all over the place, and she collapsed on the ground, and then there was another woman next to her that her leg was shot.
Investigators say Paddock acted alone. They raided his Nevada home Monday.
We have recovered 23 firearms at Mandalay Bay and 19 firearms at his home in Mesquite.
ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attack, but law enforcement says it hasn't found any connection to back that up. The shooter's brother says Paddock had no religious affiliation nor any political agenda.
He has no history of violence in any way, shape, or form. He's been divorced twice. He's friends with both. He's good friends with both of his exes.
Police say they also found in Paddock's car several pounds of ammonium nitrate, a fertilizer that can be turned into explosives. Mola Lengi, CBS News, Las Vegas.
Now, President Trump expected to visit Puerto Rico later today. He is scheduled to visit Las Vegas tomorrow.
And as details come about the events in Vegas, back in Washington, D.C., questions are raised about gun control in the United States. Montana ranks among the states with the fewest number of gun restrictions in the country. Nevada is ranked 28th, right about in the middle. MTN spoke with our chief political analyst about what he expects to see from the nation following these horrific events.
What would be interesting would be if we actually had a national conversation about gun rights and whether or not the right to have a gun outweighs the security issues. The fact of the matter is a lot of Americans die here due to guns. What we do about it, it really depends upon whether or not people continue to push to make this part of the conversation.
Now, that Las Vegas shooting so far has claimed 59 lives and wounded more than 500. And now the city is asking for your help. Nevada Congresswoman Dina Titus says that in a news conference that the biggest need for the city right now is blood. And here in Montana, you can do your part to help those wounded. United Blood Services, which also has a location in Las Vegas and also located in Butte, is looking to help donors to keep that supply for those wounded in this terrible tragedy.
It's vitally important to understand that the blood that is on the shelves and maintaining that stock is most important. And so as we send the blood out to take care of those needs, it's vitally important to replenish that supply. And so that's what we're asking folks to do now, to come to our local center here. We also have one in Billings that you would call, schedule an appointment, and that donations would continue on an ongoing basis so that we are able to help in these times of need.
Now, in order to schedule a donation appointment, you can call United Blood Services in Butte at 406-723-3264.
In other headlines on this Tuesday, more than 12 days since Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, most residents still without power. Food, clean water are also in short supply. President Trump insists, though, that federal workers are doing well and the island is slowly recovering. CBS's John Schumo has the latest.
Tremendous progress being made. We're getting the roads open. We're getting a lot of things done, really at a record clip.
And though more troops are on the ground and more fuel is reaching the island, most Puerto Ricans are still without power. Food and water are also still scarce. FEMA is calling this, quote, the most logistically challenging event the U.S. has ever seen.
We have been moving and pushing as fast as the situation allows. Every day we make progress. Every day we have some setbacks.
Illinois Representative Luis Gutierrez just returned from Puerto Rico. He's among several politicians urging the president to stop attacks on Twitter, like this one from a few days ago that read, in part, such poor leadership ability by the mayor of San Juan and others in Puerto Rico who are not able to get their workers to help.
Shut down the Twitter account. Open your heart. Help them do their job. Send them the resources.
Further complicating an already difficult situation, parts of Puerto Rico are today under a flash flood warning. John Schumo, CBS News.
Again, as John mentioned, further complicating an already difficult situation. Parts of Puerto Rico, again, under a flash flood warning right now as well. So just compound, add insult to injury for those folks in Puerto Rico right now. Again, President Trump heading in there today. We'll have more coming up on CBS Evening News tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Switching gears, my windshield this morning.
There's a little snowy.
Not only did it have a lot of snow, it had a lot of ice underneath it.
That's
I was
a big.
cursing Matt's name this morning.
I couldn't find my gloves.
Yeah,
I was thinking about Matt as well.
Yeah. This guy.
It's a blame game, buddy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, the roads are really my big concern.
Yeah.
It is cold enough that we could see some ice, especially on the area overpasses, at pass level, bridges. Use a little extra time as you're heading out. These temperatures right into the mid-20s, certainly cold enough that we could see some ice forming. We still have some light snow out there, but it's beginning to fall apart pretty quickly for most of us. Our temperatures should only top out into the upper 30s or low 40s today. It looks like we're going to deal with some light snow through the early morning and then things drastically changing as we get a little extra sunshine. Temperatures remain cool though. We are looking at the potential of a warm up by the end of the week. We're going to talk more about that coming up in just about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:37 on this Tuesday. On a 5-0 vote, Bozeman City Commissioners have chosen the next city manager. MTN's Morgan Davies reports from City Hall where commissioners made that decision last night.
Andrea Surratt for the position of city manager.
Motion carries 5-0.
It went from 6 to 2, and now the final decision, Andrea Surratt.
She will be active. She'll get things done. I believe that she'll build consensus amongst staff and around the city.
Commissioners felt that she would be the best fit for the city right now due to her previous roles and her focus on growth.
Her community has seen growth and challenges that are associated with it, which I think is another important point, and she has the planning background and understanding to help deal with that.
The city manager is one of the only positions that is not elected, and they were looking for someone who would be a good fit for many years.
And I think that's an important piece, recognizing that it's your shop and you're responsible for it in every way. And I was impressed with the way she communicated that.
It's been almost 7 months since Bozeman has had a city manager.
I feel really good about it, and I'm happy to know that she will be here relatively soon. And I'm sure Mr. Taylor's happy for that as well.
By the way, Mayor Carson Taylor says the city is currently in contract negotiations with Surratt and believes she'll be in her role by early November. More to follow on that here on Montana This Morning. Meantime, in other news, a grant provides a big boost for Butte's Stodden Park. The Dennis and Phyllis Washington Foundation, along with Montana Resources, will award the city and county of Butte Silver Bowl another $3 million for upgrades consistent with the Stodden Park Central Improvement Plan. Foundation has provided $1 million to help fund the construction of Miners Field, $2.5 million for initial improvements to Stodden Park.
And a little bit of good news for you here. Donations continue to roll in for our Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. Our totals for today, 77 donations representing about almost $13,000. Our grand total stands with 1,135 donations. So here's our total, $304,035.74. The Wildfire Relief Fund is a partnership between Montana Television Network and the Montana Community Foundation. There's still an active $50,000 match, so if you contribute right now, those funds have the chance to be matched. In order to contribute, you head on over to KBZK or KXLF.com/wildfirefund.
And 74 cents.
And 74
I love that
cents.
part. That's my favorite part
Was
of the
that your
whole thing.
part?
I would
Is that
know.
what
I
you
like
did?
that, though. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, every little bit counts.
Absolutely true. Got a great story for you coming up. In fact, when we return, our weekly Montana Made segment takes us to a Bozeman man's garage, where for the past 30 years he's been keeping his business razor sharp.
Oh, I see what you did there. But first, we'll show you how the internet helped create those Skyblade knives. But here's Gail King with a look at what's coming up at 7 right here on CBS.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS this morning, Nora's leading our coverage from Las Vegas with the latest on the investigation into the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. We're learning about the victims and hearing incredible stories of heroism, including the man who dodged bullets and then rushed serious gunshot victims to the hospital in a truck that he found. We'll see you at 7 o'clock.